What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and welcome on back to Mass Effect 2. So we are finally ready to head into the Omega cluster. Now that we took care of all this, we're actually ready to land on Omega, and you'll see inside this star system is actually the Omega 4 relay, which is what all the fuss is about here. That's the thing that the Illusive man said the collectors come from. But every ship that journeys through that never comes back, and that's actually right here in the dead center of this cluster. So the collectors actually come from in this star system. Which, given the presence of Omega, I mean, we're about to see what Omega is, but I'm surprised they get away scot-free. It really does show that the collectors aren't messing too much with anything aside from human colonies. There is a human presence on Omega, but this is like a melting pot of everything, and you'll see we got a lot to do here. We got Archangel, the Professor, the Veteran, we got new stores, and a whole new gang of cast to meet, so let's get the Codex on Omega for now. Built in the mined-out husk of a metallic asteroid, Omega has been a haven for criminals, terrorists, and malcontents for thousands of years. At times, the station has lain idle and abandoned for centuries, only to be reactivated by a new group of outlaws seeking a fresh start. The space station's original, elegant design has given way to haphazard expansion by scrabbling factions of every species. There is no central government or unifying authority on Omega, and nobody can recall a time there ever was one. Population 7.8 million. So Omega is the Wild West. This is just full of a bunch of mercenaries, bandits, outlaws, slavers, even terrorists. That's a pretty cool place. The command structure of this place is pretty cool too. There's some fun stuff that goes down here on Omega. There's also a great expansion in Mass Effect 3, which dives a little deeper into ME, lore, and Omega. Yeah, I love this place. So for this, I think we'll take Miranda and I think Jacob. I think we'll let Kasumi sit out for this one. Take the original trio here. You only have 2 points, so I guess my companions didn't level up then, huh? I'll keep saving their points then. We could upgrade her warp, but for now I want to prioritize our ability to break shields. Since she's going to be our go-to for pretty much every squad we ever have, I want her to be able to shield break. So we'll just save their points for now. And welcome to Omega.
Welcome to Omega. You're new here, aren't you?
You're gonna try and sell me some watches?
Allow me to... Oh, hello, Mocklin. I was just...
Leave, Fargate, now.
Of course, Mocklin.
Betharians.
Whatever she wants.
Blasted scavengers. Welcome to Omega, Shepard.
You know my name.
You know who I am?
Of course. We had you tagged the moment you entered the Terminus systems. You're not as subtle as you think. Aria wants to know what brings a dead Spectre to Omega. I suggest you go to Afterlife now and present yourself.
I'm glad I'm still making Betharians nervous. My reputation precedes me.
Cut the attitude. I'm not here to cause problems for Omega.
Things explode around you, Shepard. You can't blame Aria for keeping an eye on you. Afterlife, now.
I don't take orders from you, Four Eyes.
I'm receiving quarantine warnings about the slums where Dr. Morton Solus runs the clinic. Anticipate resistance at the transport station. I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlife that may have information on him.
We'll definitely check that out, and if you listen carefully in the distance, you can hear that iconic Afterlife Bar music, which I absolutely adore. I love this game. And here's the first recruitment mission for this.
Shut it.
He's got a Batarian prisoner here. He's a bounty hunter, right? That's what we know about him.
Please. You have to help me.
You're barking up the wrong tree.
No one said you could talk, jackass.
You Zaeed Masani?
Yeah, that's me. You must be Commander Shepard. Hey, we have a galaxy to save.
That's the word on the street.
I assume you've been briefed?
I've done my homework. Cerberus sent me everything I needed to know.
My contacts told me we're picking up 1 man, not 2.
Batarian delinquent. Pissed off someone rich enough to hire me to go after him. And for my bring him in alive rates even.
Please. I didn't do it.
I said shut it. Tried to lead me on a chase all over the systems. He should have known better. These people always run to Omega.
He knows his way around the business here in the seedy part of the galaxy. He'll be useful.
What's your relationship with Cerberus?
Easy. Cerberus is paying me a lot of money to help you on your mission. That's the long and short.
Not many mercs would take a suicide mission for the pay.
Most mercs don't get an offer like the one Cerberus sent me. This mission doesn't sound
Big paycheck,
like
huh?
business, but your elusive man can move a lot of credits.
It works for me, plain and simple. He doesn't really care. I point, he shoots, as long as the money's right. I can live with that.
Good to have you, Zaeed. We have a lot to do.
That's what they tell me. I assume the elusive man told you about our arrangement.
He skipped that part, the same as he did with Kasumi.
No. I guess he decided to leave that information out of the dossier.
Good thing I asked. Picked up a mission a little while back, just before I signed on with Cerberus. Thought you might be interested. You heard the name Vito Santiago? He's the head of the Blue Suns, runs the whole organization. Seems he recently captured an Eldfell Ashland refinery on Zoya, and is using their workers for slave labor. The company wants it dealt with.
Consider me signed up. Had me in slave labor.
I'll make sure we get that done.
Good. Get it out of the way so we can concentrate on being big goddamn heroes.
I would agree. It was a leg shot,
I
you'll
better
be
turn
fine.
this thing in before it starts to stink. I'll be locked and loaded next time you're ready to get some killing done.
Well, the distaste he's showing for Batarians definitely puts him good in my books. I kind of feel the same way, to be honest. That Batarian's probably been involved in numerous slave raids and all that stuff. Piracy on human colonies. I'm sure he has quite the rap sheet. And here is Omega. One of the coolest locations in Mass Effect history. I love the vibe this place has. They nailed the slum like Wild West saloon aesthetic perfectly. And that's Afterlife. But we are going to go ahead and look around this place before we get to Afterlife.
Omega, what a piss hole. At least it keeps you on your toes. I've had to come here on business before. I feel like I need a shower afterward, in addition to normal decontamination.
Yeah, I can see why you would feel that way just looking at this. Here's a mercenary right there. We'll be talking to him a little bit later. We could talk to Gavon right here. Actually, we can't yet. Sorry. That is Captain Gavon, but we can't chit-chat to him yet. I'm going to look around before we go into Afterlife and get the down low and all that stuff. We got a couple merchants here, some vendors, but we did blow most of our wad on the Citadel, so I actually won't be able to buy much. But we got some quests for some Paragon score to get done.
An initial surge in patriotic enlistments was followed by a downturn, as the public became skeptical that the Alliance could match Geth technology.
If you want to know how Batarians feel about humans on this station, I mean, ironically, he's preaching to a bunch of humans here, but...
Humans are blight on galactic purity. You, sir, you are a blight. You, and you, human, and you.
Yeah, I'm sure you'd be extra pissy if you knew who I was.
Cast off the lesser races, the Krogan, the Vorta, and the humans. And so they dwelled in filth, on worlds made of dirt, feces.
I don't remember them uplifting the Batarians either, Chuckles.
The lesser races will be our downfall. The word is clear.
Weren't you rolling around in your own shit with the rest of us when the Protheans ran the galaxy? I guess they left that part out of his speech.
Tentatively excited. Welcome, human. What can I get for you?
Now, you wouldn't expect to have an Elcor here with a cigar in his mouth doing his thing, but...
What kinds of things do you sell here?
Friendly, salvaged parts. All kinds. Mostly legitimate. With pride, my prices are the lowest anywhere on the station. You won't find salvage cheaper than mine.
I have things to do.
Courteously, have a fine day. Take a look at my kiosk if you want to buy anything.
We will take a look at his kiosk, but not yet. We're going to secure a discount for that kiosk before we take a look at any of that. Yeah, here's a better view of the slums and what we're dealing with here. I love the art style of Mass Effect 2. It's so stylized, it still looks so pretty. Old, like, what has it been, 10 plus years later at this point? I think it's been like 13, 14 years since this game originally released, and it still looks great.
I might have something here for humans. Not much.
What have you got in stock?
Something of everything. A lot of merchandise comes through this station, and I snatch up the best of it.
Well, can we work out a discount?
I'm in the mood to spend some money.
You want me to say it's my favorite store on Omega?
You won't find a better selection anywhere. Unless you're willing to risk the black market.
I'd rather deal with you than give money to those thieves. You sure we can't make a deal?
Look, I can't compete with the black market. I have to make a profit. I'll do what I can, but don't tell anyone or I'll lose my shirt.
Well, that remains to be seen. Let's see what you have here. So we got these, that's Storm Speed, not interested in that. I'll take the Turian Cruiser for the ship collection. It's kind of a waste of money, but here's the Pono mags that you can get here. A titillating alien magazine, and you see that's a sexy Hanar right there. I took that. Who knows, we might end up with a Hanar on board. Capacitor helmet is the shield recharge delay, not too interested in that. And then here is the Blood Dragon armor, my favorite armor set from the Dragon Age franchise. This shit's just iconic. Now, ordinarily, I would get this, but I'm not really using something that's going to rely on power damage and shield strength, so I probably won't grab this playthrough. But it's cool to point out, and it looks beautiful. Talk to Jacob, see how he feels about Omega. That's a new species in Mass Effect 2 as well, although we did already hear the Mad Prophet up there talk about the Vulture. That's what a Vulture looks like, but we'll interact with them a little more while we're on Omega.
This place. How can these people be left to rot like this?
You don't understand, or you don't want to?
Does it really matter?
No. Omega has worked this way for a very long time. No one's changing it now.
Because Jacob's bleeding heart, right? Wants to save everybody.
Leave, human. Tell Captain Gaborn we not kill anyone today.
I don't know a Captain Gaborn. Why would I tell him anything?
Not trust you. Tell Gaborn we know his tricks. We not kill anyone today.
There seem to be a lot of Vorcha on Omega.
Go away. Talk too much. Gaborn's thugs get no more. We leave.
You can tell that their IQ is almost as low as their conversational abilities.
Tricks. We leave.
That suits me. I'm sure they kind of stinking up the place, to be honest. You see they're all over the place down here in the slum part. Got another place to talk to here. Another merchant.
Hello there. Might I interest you in some salvage tech? Every credit goes toward a ticket to get me off this forsaken rock.
I definitely wasn't expecting to find a quarry in here.
I buy a lot of parts and equipment. Maybe we can make an arrangement.
Well, you seem like a decent person, but you can't breathe a word if it's a Herod.
Of course.
Then we have a deal. Maybe I'll at least sell something to you.
What brought a nice kid like you to Omega?
My pilgrim.
You don't seem to fit in.
The money I had got stolen within a few days, so I decided to sell salvage parts. You can see how that turned out. Harrod's forcing me to sell high, and I can't even afford a ticket off this station.
Why does Harrod control your prices?
Harrod made me swear not to undercut him, no matter what. He was here first, so it's his right. But no one will buy from me when he's so much cheaper. I can't save enough money for a ticket off the station.
We'll see what we can do about Harrod.
I could go talk to Harrod for you. Get him to ease up.
I won't stop you. If you can convince him to lay off, then maybe I'll get off this station after all. His shop's up the ramp, near where Marsh sells his goods. Anything you can do will be much appreciated.
Yeah, I'll definitely try. Thanks to Tali, I have a soft spot for Quarians, especially Quarians on their pilgrimages, so we'll try and do something about that. We'll also come back and buy something from Ken's salvage, but first things first. We already got the discount from him, but I want to get discounted at Harrod's place too. And I might even just straight up pay his way off the station, right? It can't be that expensive. We don't have much, but we probably got enough to help him out.
Tentatively excited. Welcome, human. What can I get for you?
And your excitement might be about to fall off a cliff.
Tell me about your deal with the Quarian over there.
Suspicious. If I had made such a deal, I would certainly not be inclined to discuss it. Accusatory. I don't understand how it is any concern of yours.
Allow me to clarify.
What if you and I make a deal? You let him set his own prices, and I won't break your legs.
with barely contained terror. You drive a hard...
I like how they have to point out fear, too.
I haven't even started.
Resignation. Very well. I will release the Quarian from his promise. Conciliatory.
With the barely contained terror.
Ill will. I offer you a discount on my own wares.
Very
I
good.
have things to do.
Courteously.
See, it's not that hard to not be a piece of crap. You gotta remember that Ken is also probably like 18 years old, because he's on his pilgrimage. He's literally like Tally was when we first picked her up, and he's taken advantage and essentially running like slave labor with him. We're obviously not gonna let that stand. Now, Harrod's store is important because we have this Kawashi visor, which is increased headshot damage by 10%. Obviously, we're taking that. Model ship Geth, we'll take that, increase our collection. So the capacitor chest is that shield recharge delay. I don't really care about that so much. This hacking module is going to be very good for some of the friends that we have along the way. It also helps us do the thing that I actually don't like the most, which is the little terminal things that I was talking about where you have to pick out certain codes. It's going to give you a higher time limit on that. We'll take this because it's only 4,000. Terminus armor looks really cool, but again, it's shields, reserve ammo, and speed. Not too much of a fan of it, but it looks freaking beautiful. It would be cool, but the problem with these big armor sets is you can't mix and match. And the mixing and matching ultimately is where you go, right? Because we got the Kawashi visor, which is like bonus headshot damage. We got the offhand ammo, which is ammo reserves, and you could just put different pieces together. But as cool as these are, none of them really match up to the potential you can get out of mixing and matching. And I will probably come back for the hacking module, because I don't know how much everything else is going to cost. And as you saw down there, we only have 26k at this point, so we're a little broke.
And the only one around is that screeching prophet and a few Vorjas scratching for
Screeching prophet.
red hot lifeblood pours from
Sounds like Rodham's expeditions.
your life ebbs away. The attacker leans forward, hoists your valuables and says, "Good thing you didn't have a Devlon stinger." Devlon Industries. Fine sidearms for your...
That's a hell of a advertisement, though.
I heard you spoke to Harrod. Thank you so much. At this rate, I'll be off the station in no time.
Here's the thing, kid.
How much do you need to get off?
Let's just get you out of here.
I still need 1,000 credits to pay my way, but I couldn't let you do that. This is my mistake on my pilgrimage. It's my problem.
Get the hell out of here. You don't belong here, kid.
1,000 credits. Get out of here.
He's lucky to still be alive at this point. I'm not gonna keep dragging him around to risk that even more.
I'm going to buy my ticket right now. Thank you again.
Yeah, good. Get yourself to safety. Go grab something else for your pilgrimage. You don't need to be here with all that. And here we have these T6 FBA couplings that we need for the Normandy. So that's the engineers things taken care of. And the M96 Maddock, which is my favorite assault rifle in this whole game and what we'll be using for the rest of the Let's Play. So we'll grab that instantly. We might come back for this eventually, but these are the two things we really need, right? It's the 10% health and the heavy weapon ammo. We need these. These are non-negotiable. These two, pretty fun in the future. We'll come back for it. These two are non-negotiable, and we're going to need a whole bunch of credits to come back and get these, thanks to our spending spree on the Citadel, so... We're done with vendors for now. We'll finally go check out Afterlife, now that we've done our good deed for the day, right? Cleanse our soul a little bit. Yeah, I always end up letting the Quarian go. He just doesn't belong here. Like I said, I got a giant soft spot for Quarians thanks to Tali Zora, so...
Come on, let me in.
Go on in. Aria's expecting you.
I'm sure she is.
Come on, let me in.
I'm sure he's about to be pissed that I just cut in line.
What are you looking at?
A soon-to-be dead Batarian.
Don't you have something better to do than pick fights with people you don't know?
No, just the ones who get in my face.
You see my gun. Do you really want to do this?
Fine. You're off the hook. For now.
And as always with Batarians, bullies. Bullies and cowards, all of them. As soon as they get a fair fight, they turn into fucking pussies. They don't want the smoke. They just want to bully people who they don't think will return that energy. Once you match their energy, they'll call it a day. And here's Afterlife. This shit is iconic, man. They nailed the vibe of this, like, low-town outlaw bar so well. I love this place. As that's a Merc recruiter, we do need to speak to him eventually. I believe Anto is this way, see ya?
You want to talk? Talk to Aria.
We will be chit-chatting to Anto eventually. That's the bartender, but there's no point talking to him just yet. Where we are going to go is go downstairs into this section of the bar. Because there is something with a certain bartender down here we can do quest-wise, and there's also a pretty cool Krogan NPC down here as well. We'll get some ideas about who runs this place before we talk to the woman herself. And the music changes down here too, it's more aggressive. I wonder, does anybody else who plays this game, do you ever find yourself nodding your head to this song? Like, this specific track of Afterlife lives rent-free in my head for like 8 hours after I do a Mass Effect 2 session. Whenever I'm on Omega, I hear this in my head. Well, let's talk to the Krogan before we talk to you. We're gonna have to dip around here. Of course, they've got the complimentary strippers on site.
Oh, you said he had close family. They'll just want revenge. Kill the family first. Then he'll get angry and come at you stupid. And then you kill him.
Giving tips and tricks on how to kill people.
I'm the Patriarch. Aria's Patriarch. What do you want?
Gives kind of lapdog energy, doesn't he?
What do you know about Aria?
A few centuries ago, Omega was my rock. When Aria arrived, she had nothing but the clothes on her back. I thought she was another dancer. She killed half my men and convinced the rest that she could run this place better than I did. She came for me here in this bar. We tore this place apart. She crushed one of my hearts, shattered half the bones in my body, and left me alive.
Sounds very disappointed about that. I imagine his Krogan sense of warrior spirit was kind of smoked by that, right?
What made her decide to leave you alive?
No, she doesn't destroy what she can use. She said I could have all my old comforts if I served as her advisor. I knew how things worked. I knew who to lean on, who to smack down, who to smile at. And everyone who respected me saw me beaten, broken. They knew that as strong as I'd been, she was stronger.
And Aria is smart and ruthless. Keep him around as a trophy to remind everybody not to fuck with her, and then also use his knowledge on how to run the place better. 2 birds, 1 stone.
A Krogan as old as you must have some great stories.
I killed a lot of people, lived well, and was beaten by a small Asari who keeps me around as an example. My time is done. Anyone I killed is long forgotten. The stories are Aria's now.
Kinda sad to see a Krogan so demoralized, actually. They're usually up for war to the last breath. I guess the first Krogan we've seen that's actually like this. Neutered and domesticated.
Why do they call you Patriarch?
It's like an Asari matriarch, only male. It was Aria's little joke. After she took me down, she let me live.
I bet he can still fight, though.
As an advisor and a trophy.
Yeah, even a neutered Krogan's still dangerous. And crush you with one hand kind of energy. There'll be more with Patriarch as we get along, but what the real reason we came down here for is this asshole. I guess the recon mask has drink holes. A smug little grin on his face.
Say something, Commander.
What's going on here?
You ought to be all right. Just take her easy. Looks like you broke the first rule of Omega. Don't order a drink at Afterlife if you're human.
Humans aren't welcome at Afterlife?
It's just that one Batarian bartender. He's got a stick up his ass about a bunch of Batarians that died a while back. No one does a thing about it, though. Humans ain't exactly held in high regard around here.
Yeah, I imagine the Batarians that died a while back he's referring to is probably Balak's crew that raided the asteroid X-57. That's probably to do with that.
That bartender tried to poison me?
Tried is the word. As far as I know, you're the first human to survive it. Me and my friend Jake went there to celebrate our new shipping business. He got real drunk, and an hour later, he was puking blood.
Duly noted. Let's get back to work.
Be careful.
Well, we're not going straight back to work. We're gonna go have a conversation with the bartender there. He's gonna answer for that. I'm not gonna let somebody poison my ass and get away with it. We're gonna go chit-chat to him. Like I said about Batarians, man, they're all the same. He's just a coward, poisoning random humans, and I know on Omega it's not exactly the cream of the crop, but you can imagine all kinds of frontiersmen, just hard workers, oil riggers, stuff like that. They would come here for a good time. R&R to wind down, right? It's probably some Alliance people on this rock too, doing the exact same thing. Slumming it for cheap women and cheap thrills, all that stuff. But this asshole is killing any comers. And shit, he would have just doomed the galaxy to death if I didn't have cybernetics that were able to save my life, so we're gonna handle this.
Do I know you?
You do.
No, humans all look the same. Here, have a drink on the house.
On the house, huh? Well, how about this?
What do you think these people will do when they find out you're poisoning your customers?
Poisoning what now?
This has nothing to do with you.
Who's next? Turians? You don't like them either, right?
Answer the damn question, Forvan.
You want a piece of me? I'll leave your corpse for the fortune.
No, you won't.
Not taking any chances.
Sometimes you can just fan the flames a little bit and problems will take care of themselves, right? Nobody's gonna cry over spilled Batarian in this place. And I'm certainly not. That's the best case scenario for a Batarian relay. Scum dying to other scum. My problem. I like how we get Paragon points for that too. That's amusing to me, because usually Paragon is like the flowery good guy choice or whatever. We just straight up got that guy executed with no qualms. No one cares at all. The game is even telling me like good job and patting me on the back for that. I always find that funny.
That's close enough.
Loyalty there. She's just trying to make her point.
Still.
If you're looking for weapons, you're not doing a very good job.
Can't be too careful with dead specters. That could be anyone wearing your face.
Recently revived, if you haven't heard.
To talk to if I have questions.
They're clean.
Depends on the questions.
You run Omega?
Yeah, she's a badass character.
I am Omega.
I believe you. She's clearly queen of the shit heap, right?
Everyone needs more something, and they all come to me. I'm the boss, CEO, queen, if you're feeling dramatic. It doesn't matter. Omega has no titled ruler and only one rule. Don't fuck with Aria.
Little shitty grin too.
I like it. Easy to remember.
If you forget, someone will remind you.
Your someone's all almost about to die. The good thing your little good boy Batarians put their guns down.
So, what can I do for you?
So, you must know what's what on Omega.
Everything that's worth knowing. I don't usually give it out freely. Information is power. Mundane things you can find yourself. Take a walk in a back alley or buy one of the mercs a drink. Better yet, talk to the entertainers. They give great tours. Just don't waste my time.
I'm sure all these entertainers are all on Aria's payroll, and most of them are probably Asari, right? And they'll be mind-melding everybody, sucking out their secrets, just like the Asari consort inside the Citadel. I'm sure it works the exact same way here. I mean, what did Patriarch say? That she convinced her men that she could run the place better? I'm sure her Asari friends there on the poles had a lot to do with that, right? Melding with the mercenaries, giving them private dances and comforts. I'm sure that had a lot to do with them all turning on him.
Tell me how you got set up here.
That's as privileged as information gets. I have many friends and enemies I keep at varying distances. I don't count you among either. We'll see how useful you prove.
Yeah, I love Aria as a character. She's cool.
Short answer? Mind your own damn business.
One scan and we're straight to business? People are usually more concerned about who I am.
Your death was downplayed, but hardly what I call a secret. I had to make sure it was really you. You could have been anyone, anything. Whatever you need will come out on its own. I'm curious, but Omega doesn't really care about you.
And that's interesting in and of itself, right? Because I always assumed that right off a rip that she was scanning for bugs or some kind of devices, like the Citadel was coming here and fucking with Omega since we're Spectre. But she didn't really care about that. She just wanted to make sure we were real, not some kind of imitation or infiltrator. So we can ask about Archangel and Morden. I'm only probably going to ask about Morden in this conversation. We'll ask about Archangel when it's actually time to go get him, but we're here for Morden.
I'm looking for Morden Solus. Do you know where I can find him?
The Solarian doctor? Last I heard, he was trying to help plague victims in the quarantine zone. I always liked Morden. He's as likely to heal you as he is to shoot you.
What can you tell me about him?
Used to be part of the Solarian Special Tasks Group. He's brilliant and dangerous. Just don't get him talking. He never shuts up. If you really need to find him, take a shuttle to the quarantine zone. No guarantee they'll let you in, of course.
Well, I'm sure you can help me with that.
Thanks for the information.
Yes. Just try not to bring the plague back with you.
I will do my best. Alright, and now we can head on back down to where that Mad Prophet was, and we can go get ourselves Morden Solus, but that is probably best suited for its own episode. The cool part about this game, in terms of Let's Play format, is it all works out quite nicely to make each individual episode those companion quests. They usually take about the time it would take to record a full one, so I will wrap things on up here. Thank you for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, please do check out those links in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you soon with more Mass Effect 2. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Peace.